She should be twisting her arm, not like shaking it back and forth like a hammer. It's not how that drum works, idiot. God. Jeez. Jeez. God. Freaking heck. Jeez.
Come on. We have to go save the goddess Savannah. Yes. There is no time to waste. Please let Aaliyah be all right.
Yes, dragon. I have played Paper Mario and Super Mario RPG and all the Mario and Luigi games, except for the latest one. Radical Crown, nice. Genbu attire. Dark Scarf. Snowbreast. Another Stargazer. Dark Scarf. Radical Coat. Another Stargazer. How about some ultimate weapons for my other buddies, huh? Another Genbu coat. Rainbow item seed. Ooh, that's new. Another star? Really? 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 Let's see. I only have 5 Stargazers, but nothing for my other buddies. Cool. Awesome. No armor for her, but I got a crown for her, and I think I got the armor too, yeah. So they both have both of their ultimate armors, but no weapons, and then I have my weapon and no armors. That is frustrating. Oh my god, Chrono Crash, that God tier resub, 42 months, resub of the God tier variant. You're a monster, man. Thank you, dude. Yeah, just duct tape them to my forehead. Just.
Welcome.
Bum, 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 bum. I want to say this is like the final dungeon. And I kind of want to get like one more little freaking cactus dude. You know, I'm at 34. I bet there's one in this town. I bet you anything there's one in this town that I haven't found. Doing a quick search for cactus dude, cause then I'll have 35 cactus dudes. That's what I'll have. I'll have 35 cactus dudes. 35 cactus dudes. I mean, like, we had 2 remakes back to back. the FF7 remake and the Trials of Mana SD3 remake, right? One is drastically different in all ways, and the other is only visually drastically different, and combat, of course. But is very true to the original overall. Both are fantastic. So I don't think it matters how true to the original it is. What matters is how good it is. The end. Square Enix has always been known for fantastic games. They really haven't made remakes in the past. And, oh, there it is. Found it. Most of the, like, extra edition versions or whatever that they've done have been very good. Like, Final Fantasy 1 PSP is quite good. So I wonder if it's just like, just tells me how many there are in each area, or if it like actually shows me on the map where they might be. Can I go into that map? I doubt it's gonna tell me like where they are on the map. Honestly, I'm all about the active, like, dodging stuff. The skill-based combat is much more preferred to the smash enemy until it dies version of SD3 original. There is tech in SD3 that makes you godly, but it's not something that almost anybody would really pick up naturally. It's a very, very, like, odd way of playing, and nobody would really pick up on it. The first full remake from SE was FF1? I want to say yes. But I mean, FF1 on PSP is also a very, like, true to original, like, it's a very faithful remake as well, right? The only difference is that you have like MP instead of the spell charges, which I think is a good change. So yeah, it doesn't tell you where they are, but it tells you that there are two in the area. I'm about that. I can dig it. And with increased runaway speed, you can just like breeze through all this shit to get them. What's my next thing? So the occasional 3k, higher chance of good yields from seeds. Nice. Obtain little cactus ring and gain the little cactus chain ability.
Easy pickings.
Oh, it does show treasures on the map, though. What does that say? Sorry, Gem Valley Head. It does actually show treasures. Does that show on the actual map? It does. How do I get over there? Yeah, don't offer advice or information, please. Keep it to yourself. I like to have a pure blind experience telling me what is and what is not is something I do not like. Thank you. Didn't Didn't I start up there when I flew in here? I'm pretty sure I did. Pretty sure I started in that flower field when I flew into there. Well, I mean, they're 100% a reference to the Black Mage, and remember that the Black Mage comes from FF1. FF9 Vivi is just a rendition of the classic FF Mage. Gone anywhere over there? Really? Wow. Well, that's an easy place to find treasures. I want to go down there and see what that is, though. I don't remember this area at all. I mean, I remember the board. Oh, cactus. Yeah, the cactuses do not show on the map, as you can clearly see right here. But the treasures do, which is what I expected, because I already had treasure sense on like how many treasures there were. And when it said show treasures even more, of course it's going to show them on the map. That was obvious.
Oh, my turn. Not holding fast. No time.
Oh, okay. That's very in line with the original, actually. It's very in line with the original. You have to land down here in order to get to the Earth place. And in the original, you had to do that too. That's why it took me so long to find the damn place. Interesting. And in here I got everything. Yeah, but it wasn't annoying to find where you needed to land in this one, so it's true to the original to an extent.
We do not seem to be lacking funds.
I won.
Lovely.
Thank you, Angelica. Thank you. Thanks.
Easy enemy. Retreat.
I have to save the mana of Goddess. I'm on it. I'm saving the goddess of mana of Goddess. I'm on it. Yeah, levels get higher because you get bonus XP from doing cool stuff in battle. HP is higher in general. Stats are more well-rounded and balanced. There's no agility because agility in the original SD3 doesn't even work. So they just took it out because, ironically, the game was actually balanced without the agility working, which is kind of funny. And so they probably saw that and like, hey, let's just keep it out. GG. Yes, agility works. It does count up. You're right. Yeah. Really? Okay, gotta go around, huh?
Let's get this over with.
Learning.
I can't believe I didn't come up here originally. Who even am I? Not exploring every inch of the world.
All of us together.
That was easy.
Wow, there's even a board down there. Jeez. Treasure hunter. Oh yeah, baby. Really what I'm going for is trophies, to be honest, though. I'm not really in it for the candy. I'm in it for the trophies. And I guarantee you one of the trophies is get all of the
Of
cactuses.
course we won.
I guarantee you that's a trophy. Promise. What did I make my Kevin? Kevin is Kevin. He Kevinates everything. Actually, what Kevin really does is he accidentally gets left home during vacations, like family Christmas vacation. He'll accidentally get left home and then get attacked by criminals, and he'll have to defend himself. That's what his class is. His class is home defense system.
It is safer to have money on hand.
This is strength.
Okay.
Just weak enemies.
You break into a house, kid turns into a beast man, you're just like, shit. Alright, so I have everything on this map, but there's still stuff to explore over here, and I want to see it, so I'm gonna. There's like an entire like area over here. It might connect to a different zone, though, is my guess. You guys really want to die, huh? What the hell is that thing doing?
Oh, good. You don't have to be on guard for now.
What is this? Oh, is this, I think I know where this is. I think yeah, this is, Burning Bridge area. Where you fight the robots. I don't know if that's an achievement, so I better just smack it. What do you know, a cactus? That's actually really good texturing down there. Wow. That, like, mountain cliff edge? It almost looks out of place, to be honest. The way the light hits it makes it look almost real. That's actually really crazy because the rest of the texture has this very, like, cartoony, sort of, like, colorful approach to it, you know? And that, like, almost looks real. It's actually kind of interesting how it contrasts so much there. Yeah, you're not gonna get a laugh out of me for that one. I don't understand the dislike of the skybox of FF7 remake. It's actually really well done, considering what the alternatives are, which is having very low res polygons way off in the distance that look way worse. It's a meme? Sure. Sure. I just like memes that actually have, like, significance, that's all, you know? That aren't, like, I don't know. I don't know, man. There's different kinds of memes. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Sometimes just, like, banking off of the meme factor and less about, like... Because, like, a good meme, in my opinion, is something that has this, like, vague truth to it, you know? A little satirical, I suppose, yeah. You gotta bank off a little bit of truth in your jokes and humor and memes. That was my weapon going right through it. Alright, But yeah, I feel you, man. I get you. I'm not trying to slam you down. I don't know, maybe I should have just kept my mouth shut. I tend to talk when I shouldn't. Ice Lion with the Ray. What's up, buddy? How's it going, dude? Vanessa, Kingdom of the what? Oh, planes. Yeah. Okay, right. Let's check our map.
Shut up, old man. You smell like farts.
Exactly. Thank you, Planet Isaac, for the 444. You know what I want to see is if I can land over here. What if this is like some super boss? How's it going, dude? Thank you for bringing everybody over. We're playing Trials of Mana. We're on our first story, and I'm exploring. We're at the end of the game, so we're checking out what the rest of the world has to offer. Check out what this place is. This feels like some kind of extra side thing, or not. I know if I were Flammy, I'd land my friends in a pocket of something that they can't get out of, instead of, like, I don't know, right over this pocket to where they could, you know what, never mind. Pool's closed. Yeah, it's a very faithful remake, which is a good thing and a bad thing. Like, very basic in terms of story and writing, but like, it's the same world, just, you know, 3D and very well done, you know, in that regard. Combat's fantastic. I wonder if I have to get all, you know, let's find out. Oh, that's the wrong button. This button. Everything's a hidden freaking trophy. I mean, I could go in there and look at what the hidden trophy is, but it could be a spoiler. Wow, yep, already. Oh, magic pot level, okay. I mean, I don't know if I need to find the treasure boxes is the thing, but I guess I should just look for the cactuses, and if, like, I'm not wasting time by going there anyway, so we can just, whatever. I have a problem with this, is that it doesn't show every dungeon, does it? 2. Does it show when you don't have one? 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm missing more than 6 though. I'm missing like 10. Let's go to Chad. Chad Stronghold, bruh, Chad, bruh, Chad, bruh, Chad, bruh. Chad Stronghold's just a Chad, bruh. Ice Lion is the nicest guy on Twitch, by the way. So if you think I'm a piece of shit, well, you're probably right, because I'm kind of an asshole sometimes. That's true. I am kind of an asshole sometimes. So if you want to watch not an asshole and someone who's very nice all the time, and not just when he feels like it, you should definitely watch Ice Lion, and you'll give him a follow because he's rad people. And he also plays RPGs. What were you playing recently? What were you playing today? Gosh, I know what you're playing. I saw what it was, but then I like to forget because I have a memory of a freaking goldfish. So. Dun, 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 nah, nah, wow. Aw, man. Oh, Terranigma. Oh, that's right, Quintet. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. The Quintet. Because there's 5 of them. There's 5 Quintet games. Oh God! There's more than 5? Actraiser 1 and 2, Terranigma, Illusion of Gaia, and the other one. The other one, the other one, I think it's what I played even. Soul Blazer. Yeah. But they made Robotrek too? I didn't know that. The more you know. Rainbows and shit. Don't think it's gonna be inside a building. I'm pretty sure they're never inside buildings. Pretty sure they're always outside buildings. Thank you, Hologrammer, for making me not the only one that learned that. I feel not as dumb. Cactus! Hey, Cactus! Get your eyes on it! I also made a side company that went under to develop the name Shade due to a Nintendo exclusive contract. Oh. Oh! They had exclusivity to Nintendo, but they wanted to make other games for other platforms, so they made another company to do that. That's clever. He's being a prick! The cactus is being a prick! I guess we'll search the castle. The developers that made ActRaiser, Soul Blazer, 360 Soul Blaze It. Who here likes the 360 Soul Blaze It, huh? Yeah. Word up. Word up. Indeed. Quite. To your mother, even. Yeah, word to your mother. That's right. I said it. Oh, I remember this one. I bet Cactus is in there. I remember this castle now. Hopefully that opened the other prison. It did not. Excellent. What are you doing? What are you doing with your arms? What are you doing with your legs? Is that his ab workout for the day? He just holds his arms out and his legs straight out. He's like working. He's doing leg lifts. He's just yeah. He's just got it. Oh, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16. Come on, I can go 2 minutes. I can do 2 minutes. Have a seat. Yeah. No cactus. Wheels, Cactus Man. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the logic there. Well, I'm like 95% certain Cactus Bro is not in the castle. It might be in one of the houses, I guess. I mean, I've not found a cactus in a house yet, I don't think.
And a horse wiener! What did you say? A horse wiener?
I haven't found one of those either.
That's dangerous.
Thankfully, I haven't found one of those because that's dangerous. Truly dangerous. Thank you, Kamen Rider, for the $11.11 donation. Thank you. How would you say the remastered tracks are? Oh, they're really like. Right? That's the original? It's like almost the same song. Just higher quality. I found him! I see you, you little shit! Of course, I come and get in a raid, and the first thing I hear is Horse Ringer. Yeah, pretty much. Thanks, Suntop, for the 19 months resub, buddy. Thank you, man. Palo Port. Why not Porta Palo? Porta Potty. Yo, Tokyo Drift! Freaking flammy Tokyo Drift, baby! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Alright, there is a cactus somewhere in Porto Palo. I found it already. Oh, occasional 3 times boost to EXP. Have you guys ever noticed the 2 times proc ever? Like on the side? Have any of you guys seen that pop off on the side yet? I haven't seen it pop off on the side yet. A ton? Like from me or from you? Like I'm asking if you see me get it. Yes, okay. I don't really look at it too much anymore, so. What if that just means there's no little cactuses? You know, let's land there and see what happens. I think it just means there's no cactus here. There's too much loading in this game, I would say, considering the type of game that it is. It really shouldn't need to load that much. Holy Wendell City! Man, my first guess would have been right here for Canctabro. That is excellent placement. I'll tell you why that's excellent placement. Okay? I didn't even notice it. You know why? Because all I could see is frickin' Angelica's milky thighs sticking out. Like, the only thing I see. I'm just like, oh look, Angelica's thighs, how's it going? And then it's like, literally right in frickin' front of you. So Angelica's here every single time. You miss it every single time. Too clever. Very clever video game. Very clever. See if we can't find the last box. No. I need an eye tracker. Yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and say, oh, that's not necessary. It wouldn't prove anything. Wouldn't prove anything. Definitely do not need an eye tracker. Okay. Yeah, the optimization for that kind of thing is really a lot of work. It's true. Yep, we're looking for the cacti. We're looking for the cactuses. I figure why not, right? I can't help it. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I know I got a treasure in here before. Maybe it's a different map. That might be it. That's why I haven't gotten any treasures here, because it's like a different map when it gets destroyed or something. So yeah. I almost thought this town got rebuilt, or like it was like a magic rebuilding kind of thing. Like it goes back in time or some weird stupidity. Doggy! The thought of the dog has granted you a new ability. Ponto chain ability, 50% chance of canceling stat decrease. Cool. I have one that's for status and stat decrease, so sorry, but you suck, doggy. There's got to be a trophy for finding all of those abilities too, I would imagine. I should probably have talked to every NPC on my way through this game, but hindsight, you know, hindsight and all that good stuff. I don't know, by the way, I don't know if the item box, the little seed box, if that's like the exact same mechanic or not, but I just like to say that the seed box mechanic is actually good. The reason it's good is because like it wants you to save seeds, but it requires you to use them. So you want to level it up so the rest of your seeds are better, but you know you need to keep using them and not bank them rather, or else you'll never level it up. So it's like this, it's this good like balance between exactly between the treasures. Yeah, good balance between the treasures. Thank you, Kamen Rider, for the 150 bits, man. Thank you. I thought for sure Cactus Guy was gonna be over here, but I was wrong. Not missable due to plot? No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure all this happens before you can even find the cactuses. So you have to revisit to get it. Alright, well I got all the boxes, but not little cacti. I think it's gonna be really hard to find them because there's a lot of clutter in this, a lot of clutter in this busted up town, and it makes it very busy to the eyes, so it'll be hard to point him out if he's in the right place, you know what I mean? Or I'll just start using my eyes a little bit. Can't use the thighs as an excuse this time. It's our own fault. I eat Merchant Town Bazaar. I eat. Need a mod to reskin all cacti as thighs. Wow. I want to save it. I don't think this game has autosave, so let's save now. And that's been an hour and a half since I saved.
Again.
So probably a good idea that I saved. Yeah. I think it showed an autosave though on the thing. Yeah, it does have autosave. And it just autosaved.
Come again.
Oh, that was fast. I like games that have autosave too. There are games that have autosave that overwrite your own only file though. Those are really rough. It's usually for a specific reason, so you can't like do heavy exploitation. But yeah, it's shitty sometimes. You can get soft locked that way. Shimmering ruins. So I think I'm actually gonna have to like actually go into different areas and like go into like the Benevoden dungeons. Like I have to actually land on individual spots now for the Benevoden dungeons and stuff. Unless there's like some kind of list on the map that I can check out. I don't know. Crybridge, I don't know. It showed it when I went into it, but it doesn't show it on the world map. That's what I'm getting, is the thing. The world map doesn't show it. Well, there's 2 treasures in here that I haven't gotten.
Enemies.
I know what to do. Elementals, come! We cannot delay! Do not let easy targets cloud your... No, thank you.
Weak enemies. Stay focused.
We cannot delay! Hostile entities, be careful!
Oh, up there.
It's time for retreat!
Take down the enemy. Retreat.
Do not let easy targets cloud your...
Oh, not up here, down there. Ah. So that's ice. Hold on. Let me mark this down. It's supposed to be from Benevolent, I think. But, like, Benevolent kind of has a vague deity sort of association. So that might have been where they're going with it. I want to see if it actually... So it shows the oasis, burning sands, but not the actual volcano. Pray return to the burning sands. It's good that there's places to land that are very close. One treasure. I will get treasure. I don't know if treasures are going to be a thing, but I figure if there's a marker for it, I can grab it. I can just grab it really quick. It's not like it takes very long. Especially when you go the wrong way.
Dangerous.
We cannot delay.
Dangerous.
We cannot delay.
Ow. Well, that's a bad combination of things.
Retreat.
It is unwise to get in. I will
That's
not
fine.
fall. Not bad.
Oh, that is very well hidden. Very well hidden indeed. Without tracking, I doubt I'd ever find that. Really? I'm trying to jump and it's just not letting me.
All of us together.
Not bad. You're a waste of my talent.
Retreat.
Let us work together to defeat
Let us work together to defeat the Huns. Does the return spell of Dragon Quest III count as fast travel? I mean, yeah, technically. Unless there's like you can only get to a place with that spell or something.
I have a wide variety of weapons. You're welcome. Come again.
Alright, that's fire. I'm Flammy, I'm here to help you. After I devour your flesh and pick your bones clean. Actually, return in different Dragon Quest games does different things. For instance, in Dragon Quest III, it actually takes you to any town you want to go to. Needs to be open world to be considered fast travel. I mean, is it like a retro RPG with a world map, not kind of open world, you know? Yes, but if you notice, Cyber Adventure specifically said Dragon Quest III, so. Oh, hi, kitty. Come on. Nice clip. Thanks, Kestrel. Oh, it's a good kitty, everybody. Good kitty's keeping us company now. Meow 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 meow. Can't tell if that means just no cactuses here or just I haven't seen any or something like that. But we'll get the treasure anyway, so whatever.
These aren't strong, just annoying. Be gone. Time for retreat. Hostile entities. We cannot delay.
Easy enemy?
No, we cannot delay. Well done. The chances of injury.
Retreat!
Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow.
This battle
Meow,
should
meow,
be
meow,
a
meow,
quick
meow.
retreat. I know what to do.
Easy enemy? Easy win.
We cannot delay.
Did I just not go up here? There's no way I didn't go up here. Wow. Silly me. Red Moon Horn. Just a defensive thing. Nice touch how you can use Flammy here like that. I'm Flammy, I'm here to help you. After I devour your flesh and pick your bones clean. Wow. Is the audio really that quiet to everybody? Because it feels like it's freaking screaming in my ear, man. I tell you what. Yeah, that's what I thought. Cause like, I mean, in my ear, it's my balance to it is like it's about even, but it doesn't translate one for what I hear. I have to kind of like guess a little bit still. What? What, kitty? What? I think that's the shadow place. So shadow, no, it's not, is it? I don't know. Yeah, you can see her dragon girl parts to denote her gender on full display. Oh, no map for the Woods of Wandera in some areas, I guess. Alright, what is 0 as well? Dibby 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 dibby. Probably Ferolia's moon. Wow. I haven't been here at all. Quit gawking and get lost. But there's 7 treasures in there. I need to go in there.
Don't keep me on it. Allow me.
Merchant Town. I want to say this is the moon. Yeah, this is the moon dungeon. Spooky. Okay, that's the Cartman Tower. Does it show other stuff? It's Ferolia, Duxman Forest. It's weird that the Cartman Tower is shown on the world map, but the other places aren't. For like determining cacti and such. And Philemon knows. Have you seen my alerts? I guess you haven't seen my alerts to know that they scare the ever living shit out of me. The right ones, anyway. Aha, this one is not shown on the world map. Oh, it is. I'm just blind, that's all. Wait, this feels like there's more dungeons being shown now. Feels like there's... Yeah, there's more dots on the map now. Wait, I have to seriously re-enter them before they show up on this map? Or maybe I just need to be in a dungeon for them to show up. Maybe that's what it's about. Now it feels like a little bit more comprehensive. Yeah, Gust Hall, there, I missed one there. Why does it feel more comprehensive now? What the heck? What the heck? Rabbi Forest, 0 out of 2, yep. I think I need to, like, be in a dungeon to see other smaller dungeon maps on the world map. I think that's what's going on here. Nope, you're not allowed to say smile. Dwarf Tunnel. There's 3, 4. It might be that just because I went into them again, but I don't think that's the case because I'm pretty sure it's showing other things that I haven't gone into for the second time. Either way, there's a cactus here, let's find it. Oh boy. Well, I haven't gone down there, so let's go down there. And yes, I appreciate you for asking. I do.
The chances of injury.
It's over there. Thanks, Blinastic. Thanks, buddy.
Take down the enemy.
I also like how you get experience for what you
How
kill,
lovely.
and not getting 0 for running away and all, you know.
Fine then. Here I go. Bye.
Well, that's the wrong way. Just get the cactus. I love that advice. It's very sound. I mean, it's so true though, right? If you just get it, then you'd have it. Duh. You know?
Menace. Defeated.
Ah. I appear to have gone in a circle, but I found it, so it's all good. Find one more for a prize. Only missing 6 total now, nice. Let me check the map first. Gust Hall. Laurent. Alright, let's go to Laurent and then go to the Gust Hall, wherever that is. The other cactuses are hidden! Oh, wow. Oh, man. You mean around the world, too? Yeah, see, it doesn't show it on the map. There's gotta be something else. Zoom in or out. Nope, I think it's just being in a dungeon gives you a different, more comprehensive map, which is really stupid. I don't know why they would do that. Ugh. You can fly in this game? Like, basically every classic RPG had some sort of method of flying. Hell, Final Fantasy 1 had an airship. Although, granted, Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3 do not have air. Well, at least Dragon Quest 1 and 2 do not have airships. I don't know about 3. I haven't finished that yet. Don't tell me, because I'm literally in the middle of playing Dragon Quest 3. After we plat this, we'll be getting back to Dragon Quest 3, and I don't want any spoilers on that. So yeah. Final Fantasy 1 was basically the first RPG with an airship. But almost like after FF1, almost every RPG had an airship at that point. You want to get super crazy? Final Fantasy 3. Final Fantasy 3 was not only had one airship, it had 3 different kinds of airships that all did different things. And on top of that, it was the first one to have a submarine. Final Fantasy 3 NES is insanely ahead of its time, man. FF3 NES is really, really good. One of probably the most amazing NES games ever made. It was amazing! Yes, it was. Final Fantasy VII Remake is absolutely disgustingly good. Yep. Have to big agree on that, man. Big agree. So we have one here. That's okay, we only have literally the entire place to search, so should be easy to find.
Let us work together to defeat the enemy.
I thought the enemies were going to be low level, but they're not, so I'm not going to bother fighting. Content unlocks. You get weapons from that. Okay, you do not get weapons from beating the game. No, they're all loot in the game, like normal loot in the game.
Menace.
Be gone.
Defeated quickly and
Oh, thank you.
Background noise guy. That's me. I'm noise. I'm noise. That's me. I'm the noise. Yes, I am noise. I'm not relaxing or like melodic or
Come on.
you know, anything like that. It's just it's exactly that. Noise. That's me. I'm noise guy 02. Just noise. Loud noise guy 02. I feel like it might be in there.
Let us work together to defeat the enemy. Well fought. Stay true. You win.
It is safer to have money on hand.
Yeah, I'm definitely dad guy 02 as well, despite not being a dad. Just dad jokes, you know. Nope, 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 nope. No, nope, no, nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope, no, nope, no, nope, 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 no, nope, 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 no, nope, 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 nope.
easy enemy, easy win.
That was easy. Don't get cocky. Bye.
Fine, I didn't want to fight you anyway.
Let us work together to defeat the enemy.
Spend our earnings on items for the journey.
You're a waste of my talent.
You're a waste of
We
space.
cannot delay.
You're a waste of air. You're a waste of existence. Die now, fiend. I will prove your existence is invalidated. I feel like down one of these little pits right here would be an excellent place for a cactus.
Dangerous.
Okay.
Glad I could bring those memories back.
So weak. Could have won alone.
Let's get this over with.
Time for retreat.
Well, I mean, I can just tell you I prefer caramel over peanut butter. Does that work?
Do not let easy targets cloud your judgment.
Incorrect opinion. Peanut butter is kind of meh overall, to be honest.
Spend our earnings on items for the journey.
Like, it's funny because my favorite combination is peanut butter and chocolate. It's a very good combo. Like, sweets combo anyway, right? Well, actually, kind of lemon stuff is really good too, but... Anyway, point is, like Reese's, amazing, right? But it's not real peanut butter. It's, like, different. Almond butter is better. Yep, I agree. And caramel is my absolute favorite, like, thing.
You're
Like,
a
of all the
waste of my
desserty
talent.
thingies. Like, salted caramel?
No, thank you.
Salted caramel is like absolute god tier of like deliciousness.
This is my fight. No need to trouble yourself. We cannot delay. Do not let easy targets cloud your judgment.
But I mean, like, Twix as a candy is pretty, it's okay. I mean, I like Twix, it's good, but I prefer caramel over peanut butter. Like, if I had a choice between caramel candies or peanut butter candies, I would take caramel every time because it's like my absolute favorite. Wow, this guy's pretty hidden, huh? That's pretty hidden. Now this one is the one I've already gotten, so that's why it's marked
Do
on the
not
map
let
right
easy
here.
targets cloud your judgment.
No time.
Cleaning peanut butter off of the groin is easier than caramel. Debatable, since caramel is sugar-based and sugar bonds with water. So all you would need to clean off the caramel is water and
I
time.
don't have time
Whereas
for
peanut butter
this.
has a lot of oils and grease and everything,
Time for
and
retreat.
oils bond with dirt, which then bonds with soap. So you would need to a lot more work to get that peanut butter washed off. So, in terms of, you know, the groin area, anyway.
It is unwise to get in our way. We cannot delay.
Careful! It's the enemy!
I got you. monkey. Hurry, let's move.
I pretty much don't eat candy like ever though. I have food, like I love food, right? If you put candy in front of me, it doesn't matter if I find it mediocre or good. If it's like, oh, this looks pretty good, you know, mediocre, fine, it's a meal or it's food or whatever, I'll eat it. I'll just eat it. It's like it's gone, you know? And I got GERD, man. I eat candy, I get a lot of pain. So I just, you know, I just don't. I just don't keep it around.
I'm just getting started.
Cat, you were just on my lap and then you left. And now you're coming back on my lap again. Make up your mind, huh? Would you make up your mind, buddy? Huh?
Weak enemies. But stay focused.
Be gone.
Please refrain from eating the cat.
Easy enemy, easy win.
It is unwise to get in our way.
Very nice. Thank you, Kamen Rider, for the sub gift. The background cat.
You'll regret this. You will fall.
We won.
The heck is the little guy, huh? This is like the hardest one I've ever had to deal with.
All of us together.
Time for retreat.
All of us together.
We cannot delay.
I don't think I need to do anything special for it, or it's not going to be some kind of invisible wall or whatever. I just think I've missed it twice now, 3 times now. Hey, nice gun arm. Nice dude.
Do not let easy targets cloud your judgment.
Weak enemies. Not holding fast.
I wouldn't really call that much of a silver lining, to be honest. Like, if I wanted levels, I'd kill stuff, you know? But I see your point.
It's the enemy.
Retreat.
Oh, if I were a cactus, where would I be?
Menace. Defeated quickly.
You cannot delay.
Menace.
Crossbow target trauma from DQ11? Crossbow? I played the Switch version. I don't think that thing existed in the Switch version. Or like it was better or something.
I know what to do. I know what to do. Stay true. Well fought.
Learning. Getting stronger.
He's definitely in a place that I haven't looked, at least not specifically enough. I don't think he's gonna be all that hidden. None of them have been very hidden. They've all been pretty obviously
A waste of my talent.
placed, you know? I don't think it's like some crazy hidden passage or anything like that. I really think I'm just like missing the obvious. What, kitty? What? What do you want? Meow, 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 meow. Maybe I need to hit that guy, but I'm pretty sure that just takes me over the thing. Pretty sure I hit this thing anyway, right? Yeah, it just takes me over. It's like a weirdly placed thing, to be honest. It doesn't actually really provide any kind of shortcut or anything. It's just like, hey, you can get around here. See, this is like where I feel it should be. Something like that, you know? Like, oh, you just look in the corner, you see it at the end, you know? We hit the switches.
These aren't strong, just annoying.
We cannot delay.
Meow, 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 meow.
Fine then, here I go.
No time.
Wow, man. I don't know. It's like 5 times I've gone through this place. I can't find it.
All of us together.
This energy is amazing. I feel so powerful.
Meow, 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 meow. Oh man, I wonder if sitting at a low level for so long reduced my training points. I'm starting to think that like, depending on the class you are, you get more training points. And I'm pretty sure that you can't like you get less training points if you're a lower class. So I was getting 1 training point for so long when I held off on my class changes, or 2 training points instead of 1. Maybe. I don't know if that's actually a factor or not. Because I just saw I got 3 training points there for a level up.
It is unwise to get in our way.
How many god bees left? 0. 0 god bees left. That's why it says save the goddess of mana instead of defeat the Benevolents.
Hostile entities! Be careful!
We don't find enemies now.
I mean, I guess it could be possible that, like, I need to defeat a group of enemies or something. Like, it won't... You son of a bitch. That is really well hidden. Well job. Well job. Well done. Well done. Well job. Well job. Higher chances of better seeds. Alright, let's check the next map. Cascade Cavern. How do I get to that? Cascade Cavern. Oh, the Rabbit Forest. Let's go there, actually. Well job, Square Enix. Actually, I'm pretty sure Square Enix didn't make this game. I'm pretty sure Square Enix did not develop this remake. I'm almost positive. But, I mean, I'd have to get some research going on. Pretty sure they just published it, though. I mean, yes, I knew that. I'm not sure why that's a point, but yes. I have been poisoned. Many a time and mighty, I've been...
Don't keep me. Allow me. Don't keep me. Allow me.
Menace. Defeat it quickly and
Wait, I can't change. There we go.
Allow me.
Well fought.
I think we should
Spend our earnings on items for the journey.
Wow. That was loud. Isn't even a tragedy. Of course it's on the other damn side. Yeah, that's what I thought, Video Wizard, yeah. I think they just went with a different company than they usually went with, Rageson.
I think we should spend our earnings on items for the journey. Chances of injury. We do not seem to be lacking funds. How lovely.
Careful! It's the enemy. You wish.
We do not seem to be lacking funds. How lovely.
How lovely. Yeah, most of the third-party outsourced garbage Square Enix does for their games is really bad, really bad, really bad, really bad. Like when Square Enix says, "Hey, let's make a game," and then they get their in-house developers on it, man, they make a game. Let me tell you what. But when they outsource that shit, it's almost always garbage. I tell you what. Yeah, honestly, yeah. This game has a lot of quality for sure. Like its simplicity actually serves itself well, but there's like a level of detail and depth in the world design, and like mechanically it's sound, you know. Quantum, whatever, Front Mission, and Renaissance of Fate were all outsourced. Not sure, but you can look it up. Most of the stuff that's outsourced is like ports, like the GBA port of FF6 and 5. Dirge of Cerberus, I want to say was outsourced as well. That kind of stuff. Actually, you know what? No, Dirge of Cerberus was in-house, wasn't it? Because it was Tetsuya Nomura and all of them. But definitely a lot of their ports and stuff are done third party. FF8 Remaster would have been better if it was in-house. I don't think it would have been much better, to be honest. And I think FF8 Remaster was about as good as you could make a remaster of a game of that caliber, to be perfectly honest. That's my take on it anyway. But I see why people have complaints about the game, but like there's only so much you can do with an old grainy image, you know? And people are just like, oh, they just applied filters. And it's like, well, you know what? That's all you can do. Unless you redraw every image, which, I mean, that's not a remaster anymore. It's a remake, right? I mean, I love FF6, but I don't want a remake of it. I really don't. I prefer to just... Hello? Left it alone. True, yeah, they do have like their A team, which is the people that did FF7 Remake, and then they have like their Z team, which is the people that did Dirge of Cerberus, you know? Of course. Like, I could forgive Crisis Core for some of the things that it did. Story-wise, it's still trash, but like, Dirge of Cerberus, I will never, ever give credit for anything that that game did, because it is the biggest pile of doo-doo ever. For the quality that we expect from Square Enix, Dirge of Cerberus was a slap in the face. Really? There's one more treasure. Where is it? Well, there's no treasure left on the map. So it has to be in a house. Has to be in a house. I don't see all the treasures. Huh. That's a treasure you've gotten. I'll make one more round of the houses, and then if I don't find it, I'll just come back and I'll make a notation that I have one treasure missing in the mini village. So if I do have to do a trophy for getting every treasure, then I can come back for it. I found Don Perignon. I did. It's up there. That's my guess. They don't pull off some low proximity ambient sound effects? What do you mean? Nope, not it. You've never played a mana game before? Will this be confusing? Not really. There's not really much story to speak of. So I mean, you're going to be confused all by your lonesome, just because the story is not really updated from the original SD3 game. Oh, how did I miss that? Are you serious? That's like the first thing I should have noticed. Not actually that bad. Silver item, silver seed. I could take that. Well, I mean, technically all the mana games have a interconnected world and story, technically, but like, they're all sort of independent. But like, the story is really just not super great. It's an old SNES story and they didn't rewrite it for this game, so. The only thing that they do is write in dialogue that helps give you direction and a little bit of banter, and that's it. Everything else is basically word for word from the old SNES game. within a certain range, there isn't some audio effects, tracks, fidgeting, or whatever. Like, meaning, if you're far away from a spell effect, it's quieter? No, they don't have that. If you're within range to hear it, it's the same volume no matter what.
You do not seem to be lacking funds. How lovely.
How lovely. Am I seriously that blind? I'm seriously that blind. I get into here and I'm like, where's the cactus? And I'm just kind of going around, and what I'm doing is I'm looking down on the edge here, and I'm like, why can't I move? Why can't I move? I can't move. I can't move. Guys, why can't I move? Oh. Oh. Can't blame Angela's size for this one. I'm missing 3 more. So I should go into, what was it, this place? Cascade Cavern. Cascade Cavern. I don't know what that is. Well job. Well job. Thank you, Villa Crocs. Cascade Cavern. So there's the Shimmering Ruins, which means the Cascade Caverns are around here somewhere, which means it's probably the caverns from Holy City Wendell. Never-ending story. Damn straight. Dude, hey, listen. Never-ending story is amazing. Not enough of these guys. You know, they could have added some more to add more depth to the. Ah, cat! Why are you doing this to me? He's running away. It wasn't his fault. Basically, he jumped up and his claw like grazed the bottom of my foot because I had my legs crossed, and it you know how sensitive the underfoot is, man. It grazed it. Okay, this is the Shimmering Cascade Cavern. Great, another dungeon with a bunch of worthless bullshit enemies that I have to trudge through to find the other frickin' cactus shithead. Alright, well, let's go over here first. Oh, this looks different. Well, there's a treasure up there that I missed. So there's a good sign of someplace I haven't been yet. Unless I went over there and I just like, nah, I don't want to grab the treasure, it's cool.
These aren't strong. Just annoying.
You do not seem to be lacking funds. How lovely.
Well,
Dangerous.
All right.
found what I needed.
Nothing.
I really just didn't go up here, apparently. Let's see here. Missing 2. the dwarf tunnel. Dwarf tunnel. That is over by Stone Split Gap or the Dwarf Village or Vanessa, Kingdom of Plains. Down. I went to the moon tower, didn't I? Oh, 0. Ice, fire, wind, shadow, moon, wind, light. What's the last element? Earth. The last one's in Flammy's butt. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Don't worry, I'll go elbow deep to take a look. Yes, I am a martyr for the cause. Well, there could be one in the final dungeon, you know.
This enemy will fall easily. Save your strength.
Alright, so where do I want to go? Probably this way?
My turn.
Wish it was a little easier to avoid these battles. Like, I really just don't care about getting into every little encounter and having to run away.
Let us work together to defeat the... It is safer to have money on hand.
Was that the Earth Cave? Yeah, but it was from the other direction, wasn't it? So I don't know if I can get across. Stone Split Gap is not what I was looking for. Dwarf Tunnel, and I'm pretty sure I have to go to the other side for that. Should I land in Mulberry Moors then? I think I can just go there if I go that way and then come in through there, right? Or is it through here? Well, the bridge is collapsed, so we can't go across. We're going to go around. That's fine. I don't think it's Mulberry Moors. I think it's from the other path. It's like the beginning of the game. I barely remember any of that. I'm really upset that there's no obnoxious sound you can spam. That looks like the path. That's the path we just tried to take right there, right? And I'm pretty sure you just get cannon traveled into here on accident, and that's why that's even a dungeon. So even though there's no cave over here, I still think that's the way to go.
Let's get this over with. Be gone. Time for retreat.
Dangerous.
This is my fight. No need to trouble yourselves.
Yeah.
Cannot delay.
There's a tragedy over here. I want to grab that really quick. While I'm in the area, you know. Man, how did I miss this? This is like stuff that I really don't see myself missing normally. Alright, let's see what we got here. This is not the map. I need to go into the Dwarf Village. Okay. Wherever that is. I don't know. We'll figure it out. By guessing. The time-honored tradition of guessing where to go. Pretty sure it's this way, though. God Gamer strikes again. It says XX/XX or whatever, dash dash. It says there's no cactuses here. But if I do this, wait. Dwarf Tunnel. Oh. Die and take it easy, man. Don't go dying on me. This is Dwarf Tunnel, and there's 3 tragedies I missed too. Great.
Hostile entities.
It is safer to have money on hand.
Like Marlene. Yeah, don't just wrap both your hands around her to give her a nice big dad hug.
What a joke.
We won admirably.
How do you win admirably? Can someone explain how you win admirably? It's like, we defeated that opponent so well, we defeated them admirably. Like,
Good training.
how do you do that? That's a very curious cookie. Consider my interest piqued.
It is safer to have money on hand. This is my fight. No need to trouble yourself.
You wish. Don't move.
It is safer to have money on hand.
All right, so that treasury's over there. Do it as an admiral. Admiral.
Let's move.
Okay, there we go. I do it as unadmirable. I am unadmirable.
We won admirably.
Yeah, don't say that. No, don't do that. What define full price? Because it's not a full price game, it's a $50 game. Games are $70 typically. How did I miss this dude? He's just chilling by the campfire. When did games go up to 70? A while ago, actually. Starting with PS3 and Xbox 360, actually. A standard full-price game nowadays is $69.99.
Dark vision thinks to my butt.
USD.
I think we should
Let's
spend
take a-
our earnings on items for the journey.
Why is Amazon not showing prices of things? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm showing $70 to $80 for new games off Amazon. You've never paid $6 for a game. I don't know what world you're living in. That's the standard price plus 60 to 70 usually. Depends if you count a leotard as a one piece or not. Because if that's the case, let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Yeah, Chrono Trigger launched new at $80. Okay, so here's how gaming prices has worked, all right? Back in the ye olde day of NES and SNES, they varied anywhere between $50 to $80. Earthbound came out at like $80. Chrono Trigger came out at $80. Secret of Mana was $80 when it came out new. And then around the PlayStation era, they started like normalizing the price at $50, and it was kind of like this set price that nobody like went above. And everything was $50 or less, and it was like Sesame Street 1, 2, 3, and then it was like $20 or whatever, right? And then the greatest hits were always $20 as well. But somewhere around the 360 era or the PS3 era, game prices started to break out of that hold, which it makes sense. And now they're priced anywhere between $60 to $70 and sometimes $80, like it was back in the day. But there's a lot of like sales that go on with games now. It didn't used to be like that. There's always these like promotions and deals and things that you can do with games nowadays. That never existed. Any kind of games, like Steam was revolutionary when they put games on sale. That was like crazy. Well, if you got games in your area that are like brand new AAA games at $50, it must be a regional thing then, because everywhere in every state that I've been into, it's 60 to 80, depending on the game. I think we're gonna go into the final dungeon. I think it's the final dungeon anyway. FF7 Deluxe is 80, yeah. I want to say 70 is the general cap unless it's like some kind of special edition. Must have gotten a deal, that's all I can say. Because that is outrageous. That's huge, especially for Canada, by the way. Games Australia 90 to 100. Yep, I've heard. It's pretty rough, man. But there's a general standard price that most areas adhere to, generally speaking.
Welcome.
Yep, 60, but it's not 50. Not like almost nothing is $50. That's the point I'm getting at. Is like brand new AAA games, they're not $50 unless it's like some kind of special regional thing. But the thing is that if that like a AAA game is $50 in your area, then a game like this should not be $50. It should be like 40. But for every other area that has the price that I'm used to, $50 for this is standard. It's not a brand new AAA game price, you know. Elemental Rod, yay! We got a different item. Another Stargazer, what do you know? Radical Crown, at least that's new. I think it's new anyway. No, it's the one that she has already. God dang, dude. Well, at least we got her weapon. What am I doing?
Well, come again.
Hey man, that's that's the thing. Like you can get a lot of games cheap that way when you buy stolen products. Like people that steal things like that, they want to move the product fast. You know, get it out of their hands so that it can't be traced back to them. You know. If I were that kid, I would do the same thing, you know? Just sell it for 20 bucks. Kids will jump on that deal.
No. No.
Lil Cactus, 0 out of 1, baby. Let's get it.
Mana.
His Dark Majesty is not going to get away with this. This is for Elliot.
Harry, this isn't the time. We can be sad later. First, we have to get to the goddess of mana. Well fought. Of course he won.
Yeah, $60 seems about right for standard, but it's not 50. It was really the point I was getting at. However, people ask, you know, is like that point aside, is this game worth $50? I don't know, man. What's your budget, dude? Like, it's not my responsibility to manage your budget. It's a good action game, but like, it's not really deep in terms of, you know, story or anything like that.
That was hardly worth the trouble.
But yeah, great action game. Good mechanics, good style, good design, you know? Is it worth $50? I don't know. Is that income that's disposable to you, or are you gonna be not eating for a week because of it, you know? Like, you manage your finances, whatever works for you. Yeah, it's a game and it's good. If it's to your liking, I think most people will enjoy it. If you're a purist, you'll definitely love it. If you're like a purist where you think remakes should be as faithful as possible and not change anything whatsoever, you'll absolutely love it.
This is my fight.
We should get going. I know what to do.
Hey, look, it's Wolfie Boy. You suck at being Wolfie Boy, just so you know.
Victory is easy with reliable companions.
Where are you, little cactus buddy?
Who is switching classes?
No one.
Oh, you want to wait? That's okay.
It's gonna make me go all the way to the end of the dungeon. And then it's gonna be like the super most obvious cactus ever in the entire game, just chilling right there, right in front.
Spend our earnings on items for the journey.
Yes, that is definitely a very good idea. Let us do that.
Fine then. Here I go.
I will go to the store and fetch the items in question. Said no one ever.
Okay. All right.
Yes, I will fetch the items such as Doritos and beer.
I think we should
A nice,
spend our
tasty
earnings
beverage.
on items for the journey.
Told you. Well, it wasn't that obvious, but yeah, found him. Boom! Now find the extra 50 little cactuses. Cactus companion. Now the cactuses are gonna go all over the world. And you have to find them again, just like the dragon eggs in Lufia. Low cactus chain ability, add 200% to all CSs when battle starts. Yeah. Journey's over, going home now. Biggest prize for you, here. Wow. Yeah, we'll give that to probably our boy here. Everybody just gets 200 at the start of every battle. Alright, let's see what this cactus ring does. Fill CS gauge while walking when equipped. I mean... It's a loss of a lot of defense, though. Actually, surprised it's not that good. I'll try it. It just depends on how much you get per step. Right now it's full, so I need to burn some CS gauge.
We should work together to defeat this threat.
Oops, wrong button.
This is how it is done in Laurent. I will not hold back. This is how it is done in Laurent.
This is talent.
You're just going. Oh, man. It's like 1 a second. That's crazy.
Such a shame. The tree has withered completely, and the goddess of mana is no more.
Oh, that's rude. But I like the goddess of mana.
How could you?
Are you in pain? You've become weaker without the Tree of Mana. Fairies are born to protect the tree, and perish without their purpose, I see. This is the end of the reign of the once mighty Goddess of Mana.
Goddess of man.
Mavonia will rule over
Supreme
all realms
God,
with
I
me
will
as the
world
world's supreme God.
I will rule. I will rule the world with supreme reigns.
I won't let you.
Got him.
No, fairy.
So impatient! She wished for death so badly that she tried to go against me alone! Are you ready to admit that you have no chance?
You slapped a fairy, and I'm supposed to be intimidated by you? Really? Is that?
You should gracefully give
Is
up
that
this
it?
fight.
You slapped
The
a fairy,
world
and I'm
as you
supposed to
know
give
it
up? Like, oh
will
man,
be
he slapped a
consumed
fairy.
by Mavonia.
Yeah, I can't.
The new evil order
I can't beat that.
will be ruled by me. There's no place for you here. Shall we end this?
Yeah, he might slap me
Now
next,
that I
not bad.
have godlike powers, I will shed this old, broken body and inhabit the Prince of Laurent instead.
Don't you
I will
mean
simply
dialogue?
break his body and cast my previous one and all its horrible memories aside. You will only see my true form for a moment before you perish!
Remember, kiddos, don't go 1-for-1 on dialogue when you're porting over a 23-year-old game or 25-year-old game.
Yes! This is what the ruler of Mafolia, the human realm, and the sanctuary of mana looks like! I can feel the power within me. I will obliterate you myself! Who's causing this pain?
I guess we died.
This ends here and now. Even without the tree or mana power to help us, we will never give up.
Even without sardines, we will never give up.
Not as long as our hero,
Thank you, playing Isaac for the 100 bits, dude.
one of the mana sword, is here. Without mana, elementals and spirits may disappear from the realm, but you should not lose hope. You will be creating a new world for everyone. Come, you must stand up and fight. The future is in your hands. Whether you can see us or not, we'll be with you always. So keep fighting. You can't lose.
Just keep fighting and get death rain upon you again, and you won't lose, promise. Totally promise you won't die again. That's what I thought. You think you're so clever, you stupid mana sword. I'll show you who's clever, the big jerk.
Cannot win. It is hopeless, and you are finished.
You're wrong. Don't you see? Even without the physical mana sword, as long as the chosen one is here,
The sword that lives in our
all
hearts.
of our hearts that we call hope will never disappear.
It's so cheesy.
Ridiculous! You think your foolish illusion of hope?
Are you trying to say my sword was inside everybody? Wow,
That's God!
that's something.
Think again!
This is it.
Please pull it out, I'm dying.
Come along, everyone.
Oops, that's the wrong button.
On it! Got it?
Allow me.
Good work!
What? Oh, it's Angela that has all that power. Percentile stuff.
Don't keep footing.
Got you!
Do that. Come on, and let's try. Oh, that wall.
Enjoy.
Don't keep.
Allow me.
Ah, hit it? Okay.
Whoa.
Wow.
You're there.
Thanks!
Come I'm gonna die. Nope, still got hit.
Allow me.
Power together. Strength. The strength. Protection.
No, don't do that
Let
twice.
the magic flow through me.
Oh, well, I wasn't gonna dodge that anyways. Dude, that defense down was too busted. The defense down was just with attack up on everybody. Too broken. Too broken. Transforming was a mistake. I'm too heavy. Dude, like, there's this passive that Wolfie Boy gets that's equipable by anybody that it has a 60% chance of putting defense down on if you crit. So with attack buff up, you're getting huge multipliers, and I have like increased critical strike chance on passives as well. So I'm just critting like a madman, throwing up defense down like nobody's business, and then giving everybody full party buffs. Like, he had no chance. There was no chance for him to even remotely come close to staying alive.
But the tree of mana is dead, and mana has disappeared from the world. I can't exist without mana. We didn't know each other for long, but
Boo-hoo. Yeah, don't worry, I won't miss you.
I won't forget any of you.
Maybe if you didn't flutter your wings, like throwing off all that mana energy, you could live for a little
Don't worry,
longer.
Reese. I managed to rescue Elliot during your battle. With the last of my power, I sent him back to Laurent. Elliot is safe. Oh, Fairy, thank you. Don't thank me. I was only able to rescue him because you were holding the enemy at bay. I'm just so glad I was able to do it.
Mako.
For my time.
Mako energy, mana, is there any difference?
Do not go. Fairy. Please.
Don't die.
Don't
I'm
worry
asking this as a
about
favor
me.
of you. Please don't die.
You were fighting for everyone.
Wow, I can't believe she wouldn't even do that favor for me.
Including mine. Thanks to your triumph, I will now be reborn.
What the? Don't say you're gonna die and you just be like, just kidding, I'm gonna turn into the goddess. Like, I'm gonna die. Just kidding, I'm gonna be a next goddess. LOL, get wrecked. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna be super dead in a minute. Then death will be dead. I'll be dead. It'll suck. I'm gonna be so
See,
dead.
Fairies are like the seeds of the mana tree. Once they find a worthy person, someone with a pure heart that they trust completely, that fairy can become the new tree and goddess of the mana in the world. To bring that mana, the mana we have lost, back into this realm, I must take the tree's place and sleep here in the sanctuary. It may yet take 1,000 years for me to restore all of the mana. But if in 1,000 years your descendants still remember the Tree of Mana, I will awaken. I'm sure I can help them in their hour of need as well. But
What, you think I
until
didn't know
am
what a
needed in the
Yagugumi was?
future, I will remain here, asleep.
It's the Kingdom
Quietly
Hearts story.
protecting the world
Just replace Keyblade with
This
mana.
tree.
That's it.
This is where we part. My brave heroes. Farewell. May the sword of mana, the one that lives in all your hearts, shine on
Rest my case.
forever.
I wouldn't doubt it. Freaking Angelica and Lise are both like, damn, can I take this freaking leotard off finally? It's riding on my crotch like nothing ever. Jesus. Can I just put on some pants or something? Like, holy hell. I saved the world. Is my reward pants? Please say yes. Technically, Legend of Mana is the 4th Mana game that was released. So Legend of Mana is the quote sequel.
Never forgive you. You hurt Carl.
Fool! You always let your anger
We're here for
cloud
some
your
reason.
Judgment. Take stock of your situation before you act.
Huh?
You still believe that you killed Carl? See for yourself.
But I buried him myself.
Carl?
But I buried that dog. I watched him die and I buried him.
Carl!
Oh no.
You're alive! How?
Zombie Carl. Watch out.
Gormon's illusions merely made Carl's body seem lifeless. Then you failed to think clearly and assumed the worst. I saved him myself
Carl,
from the
don't
shallow
eat people,
grave you dug.
Carl. Carl.
I was wrong. About you.
It served my purpose. You have always been quick to give in to weakness. I needed you stronger. Physically and mentally. You mistakenly thought your mother left you, when she actually passed away from illness. I never told you, so that your anger would turn toward me.
What?
Now I'm even more
sought
mad at
to
you.
Use your anger to bring out your power. But that is not true strength. True strength is being able to overcome your anguish. I care not for revenge or the Mana Sword. I created Ferolia because I could not tolerate the pitiful state beastmen were in. Humans were relentless in their oppression of our people. I could not sit idly by. I tried to give the kingdom a shared goal by suggesting an invasion. My people were no longer bound.
Hey, buddy, can I borrow
by
some of
their
your
fear
abs?
of humans.
I need about 4 of them.
It is
You
my
got about
creed
20,
to
so,
reject all
you know, just gonna
weakness.
just borrow a couple, just a few abs.
Matters in life
please.
is strength of will and body.
And William
You have
Shatner
finally
is the voice actor
begun
of
your
every single
journey
character in
towards
this
strength
game.
and self-reliance, Kevin. Always fight for what you believe in.
I will. My friends and I will keep fighting for this world. Even without mana. For the sake of the future. And I will surpass you. I will!
I mean, you did already, like a long time ago.
I
Like a
am
super
not
duper-
yet old and feeble enough
Super
to
long,
lose to you.
long time ago.
Go now, Kevin.
Okay, boomer. Hey, Carl, what are you doing out of your grave?
Forever,
Silly Carl. Come on,
Always.
let's put you back in
And
there.
see, my new friends. They are your friends too.
I demand that they are your friends as well.
Find more and more friends,
You will let them
Carl.
pet you and play with you. Oh, by the way, we're going to be doing a full review of the game after the credits and everything. So if you want to know
Angela,
exactly how I felt about the game,
Where have you been?
just wait around. Hey, Mom, do you still want to
Oh.
kill me?
Have you been skipping Jose's lessons again? My dear, you shouldn't antagonize your loyal subjects. Remember, you will be Queen of Altena someday. I know that it's hard, especially if magic doesn't come easily for you. But you can take all the time you need to learn it. I pray to the goddess of mana every day.
Shh, don't tell me things I don't know,
asking
man.
for her
Come on.
blessings,
Spoilers, dude.
so that you may learn magic.
Let me be
faster.
surprised by it. Don't take away my surprise.
Mother. Oh, Mother.
What's wrong, Angela?
Stop it, Kitty.
There's no need for you to cry. Oh, but please introduce me to your friends. I cannot believe something so horrible has happened. I don't remember any of it. How could a queen allow such madness? Even if I was being controlled, the idea that I would try to sacrifice my own daughter is terrifying.
I'm now abolishing magic in the kingdom of
ashamed.
mages because somebody used magic in a
Please
bad
forgive me,
way.
Angela.
No,
Example of how one can ruin it for everyone.
It's okay, Mother. You're still the true queen, and your people love you. I love you. Please, continue to rule over Altena fairly, as you always have.
Thank you, Angela.
Reese! Elliot! Are you alright? Uh-huh. I'm okay. I'm so sorry, Elliot.
No.
I should have. You know, I had a really weird dream. I saw Mother and Father, and they looked so happy. And they told me something important. They wanted me to return to Laurent and help you bring prosperity back to the kingdom. They said that I shouldn't keep relying on you for everything. So, I'm gonna try my best. Oh, Elliot.
Oh, Elliot, that's Elliot for you. We know his character so well by this point in the game, so that is very much Elliot. So Elliot.
Mother, Elliot and I will work hard
To build Laurent back into the peaceful kingdom it once was. Even though this world no longer has mana power, please continue to watch over my friends and me on our journey. We will do our best in the coming times.
Adventures End. We got trophies. All right, remember, we're going to be doing a full-on review once we get the end of credits of the game. So if you're curious as to how my thoughts are of the game, I'll probably be platinuming this game over the coming days. Because I enjoyed it enough. We'll take a look at the trophy list and see what's what, and see how long it's actually going to take, and then go from there. I may be plat it, I may be not plat it, I don't know. Yeah, I should definitely take the key away from Elliot, for sure. Elliot, more like idiot. And credits. That was a fun game. Hey, stop it. All right, you know what, Cat? You gotta go anyway because you're being a butthead, and I'm going to move things around anyway, so you're gonna have to go anyway. What do you say about that, Cat? Huh? What do you say about that? Well job, thank you. Thank you. Very well job. I agree. They did a very, yeah. Well job. Kitty, meow. Am I being annoying yet by shaking you around, Kitty? This cat, man, he's a freaking loaf, dude. I'm sitting here shaking him, like, not like actually shaking him like a freaking bottle of, like, juice or something. But just, like, rocking him back and forth rapidly, I guess. And he's just like, I like this. Keep doing that. Meow. It's kind of like bouncing your leg, kind of rocking, you know? And he's just like, all right, this is cool, whatever. He's a freaking loaf, though, man. He just freaking... He doesn't care. You can, like, hold him upside down and he'll just hang out. Like, literally. He's just literally hanging out. No. He doesn't like meta things, so he intentionally avoids it. In fact, he hates Duran Duran. Away with you, Kitty! Cat hair everywhere. What the hell, dude? Freaking little baby is doing like roundhouse kicks like a pro. He's like a week old. I mean, technically Legend of Mana, yeah, if they were to go to do another remake. Okay, well, how much do you think a week-old dog could do? for reference, you know? Like, not much more. Not Kevin, the baby, dude. The baby. The baby was doing roundhouse kicks like a pro. You're not even sweeping the ground. It was like 6 inches off the ground. That broom was a bunch of twigs tied to a branch, and she wasn't even sweeping with it. It was like 6 inches off the ground. Like, look at me, I'm sweeping. Totally sweeping. Bay caught me sweeping. Yeah, honestly, I'd like that princess girl to replace literally everybody else that I didn't pick. Just 4 incarnations of her. There you are, Elliot. And then pushes him off the edge. Whoa. Ellie Yeet. I would imagine that they're probably not going to remake any more Mana games. They'll probably port them, like Legend of Mana port on the Switch kind of thing, you know? I could totally see that. Ah, James Cunningham. Yep, of course, yeah. And of course, Andrew Larcombe, absolutely. And Megan Pelt, yeah. Amy Funky, my favorite senior manager of project communications and events. Well, Legend of Mana is one of those games that's like, you know, all 2D on a PlayStation. A port would do better than a remaster of some kind. You know how people get with that. I doubt they'll do anything with Vagrant Story. That's a very, very, very niche game. Not a lot of people even know about it. As far as Chrono goes, they already got the Steam port. They're doing nothing with that franchise anymore. Except maybe a Switch port. Well, you need to talk to Sony about Legend of Dragoon, because that's a Sony-made game and published. I'm not sure why, but so many people think Legend of Dragoon is Squaresoft, and it's not, it's Sony. Yep, that's right. It was not made by Square Enix. This remake was not made by Square Enix. It was made by a third-party developer. Overseen by Square Enix, so they get them in the right direction, but generally speaking, a different company did it, yeah. I think Terranigma makes the most sense, to be honest, yeah. That's Enix, right? Wait, no. That's a Quintet game. Who owns that franchise? Who owns Terranigma now? A new installment? Maybe. You know what? If you don't want more sword people in Smash, stop liking sword hero protagonists. Because let's be honest, how many freaking protags use a sword? Almost all of them. So I mean, if you don't want more sword users, don't make sword hero protagonists popular. Yeah. Boom, got him. You know, of all the remakes and remasters and ports and everything, you know what I want the most? None of them. I want brand new games. I want new games with new worlds and new characters and new ideas. New combat. That's what I like to see. Granted, this was very good, and the Final Fantasy VII Remake was phenomenal. So that's great that we got them, and it's very lucky that they turned out so well. So, I mean, there is that, at least. But, like, still, you know, FF16 may be more preferable than FF7 Remake, but I don't know, FF7 Remake, man, gives a lot of feels because of the value that it has prior to being released, you know? So, it definitely was able to push a lot more because of that. Oh man, E.T. from Atari port? Yeah, baby. All right, let's see. Do we get any post-game, new game plusy thingies or anything like that? Laurentian Guard. Probably should be getting one for each of my characters. Yeah, a Tinish Magician and Forellian Fighter. So my next party will be the other three if I go through again. I think that makes the most sense. But we'll have to look at the trophy list and see what's going on. What?
What is this? Where am I? Oh, I see. This world is...
Your bond with Fairy has granted you a new ability. Recover 2% of MP for all allies every 10 seconds in battle. Holy shit, that's really good. Save completed save data. I'll save on a separate file just in case. Yeah, it's really good.
Trials of Mana.
What? That was Shawit. Son of a bitch! Just when I that I got out of the game completely without Shawit, we get Trials of Mana. Get out of here. It tried to load the area that I was in.
What? Why?
Shawit for
Why am I
smash.
awoken?
For smash. Boivas.
Why? This is the Royal Library in Volsena. How
This guy's familiar.
have I come to be here?
I know this voice. Hold on.
All my worldly knowledge was sealed within this tome.
Oh, I know this voice so
spirit
much.
Of Master Grand Qua.
This is
is no
such a
longer
familiar
in this
voice. Why
realm.
can't I place it?
Why am I here? I cannot feel the presence of the goddess of mana. Oh no! The witch. She must have awakened.
So the game's telling me to go to the Grand. The new story has been unlocked. The journey will return to before the party challenged our team and head to the Royal Library in Vanessa. Okay. Cool, so there's some post-game stuff. We will... I'm gonna make my seeds first and then see where I'm at. It's Lord Zeta? Are you sure about that? Doesn't sound like Lord Zeta. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before we do anything else, we are going to do a full review of the game. That's right. Hey, look, this is our review screen. Let's play some music. Let's go with this. Alright, cool. Hi! I'm BGG. You may know me from such reviews as Everything I've Played Ever. 1 second. Damn straight, Valhalla has a beastly OST. I've never played it though. I watched somebody play it, so I basically played it. Alright, let me move chat over here so I can see you guys. Whoop. Alright, as you can see, we've reviewed some games in the past. Here's our Final Fantasy VII Remake thing, Resident Evil 3, Yakuza Kiwami, Star Ocean, Dragon Warrior, Persona. And in the past, we have reviewed a lot of different games. Lots and 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 lots of games. Okay, these are chosen games by chat. These are my personal choice games that I just started doing reviews for. Here we have Trials of Mana PlayStation 4. This is action. ARPG. Release date was Friday, right? So that's 2 days ago. April 24, right? April 24. All right, let's get down to it. So first off, let me just say, the way we review things is 5 is average, 5. This isn't IGN where you give somebody a handy and the lowest score you get is a 7, all right? This is collecting data, all right? We are comparing things against other things. An average game is 5. Average visuals, 5. Average gameplay, 5. How do you rate average? Well, it's complicated. Yes, a lot of personal opinion gets in there, and what really speaks to you is going to have more value to you, but you can still see things objectively and try to take that personal bias out of the equation. There are such things as good game design philosophies. It is very scientific. You can absolutely quantify what is good and bad in a video game despite it being a work of art. Does that mean you can't enjoy it? No. Basically, the higher the score, the more likely someone is going to enjoy it. That's really what it's about. So if I give something a 9 or a 10, it means it's really well done, and there's probably a vast majority of people that are really going to enjoy it. That's the best way to kind of try to understand it. But you also have to kind of understand when it comes to things like Final Fantasy VII Remake, people are going to shit on that thing so hard just because it's not Lego blocks mashing text turn-based combat, despite it being one of the best games I've ever played. So we rate things when we go to rate things like visuals. We don't just go, wow, that spell effect was cool, 10 out of 10. No, wrong. Sorry, that's how it works. It's comprehensive. It includes all visual things, so like animations, character, facial expressions, world design, world detail, clutter, you know, all that kind of stuff that has to do with the visual side of things. So it's not just one detail rated off of the best one and be done. That's not how it works. So audio, same deal. All the audio, sound effects, things like that. Gameplay can be as something as mundane as the menus and all the way as advanced as the combat system, or like even just like if certain bosses really ruin it, boss design, things like that, all have an impact on that. Story, same deal. Like, you know, side stories can kind of help influence a story score if they're well done, but side stories that are poorly done don't really influence it because they're side stories. So if you can develop a side story that's well done and actually develops in the main plot without being like something required you to know in order to get the plot, yeah, that can really enhance a story score. But generally speaking, all the storyline elements and everything like that. Craftsmanship is kind of a weird score. It's generally going to be a 5 more often than not, but it's kind of a score that's really based around like how well crafted a game is. Like it's like cohesiveness, its ability to have a starting point with and an ending point with resolution, and have like less bugs or glitches and things like that. It's like how well a building is built. Is it structurally sound? You know, that kind of stuff. Quality of life, that could be another thing, you know, like shortcut menus and things like that. That's also a big point, yeah. But generally, if the game works and it turns on and it doesn't have like soft locks, it's gonna get a 5 because good job. It's like you did your job. Congratulations. But if it does something special, then it's gonna get a higher score. Like for instance, I rated Persona 4 very highly on craftsmanship because it's a very long game. And there's a lot of story elements and a lot of things in between. And to have that go from point A to point Z all the way without screwing it up, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Enjoyment. This is my completely this is my completely biased score. How much fun did I have with the game? How much fun did you know, how much enjoyment did I personally get out of it? Now we have a couple of new scores. The total is just the sum of all points over 60. Just generic. How many points you got out of how many points you could have gotten. And then you have like this generic score, this generic sort of thing where it's like, if I had to rate it out of 10 without all the fluff in between, you know, what would I give it? And that could mean nothing compared to the rest of this, because a lot of the time these scores don't really reflect how good or bad a game is. And you can like look at a game and go like, wow, the visuals in this game are so good, 9 out of 10. And then all the other scores are like 5s or 4s, but the game is really shit. It can still get like a 2 out of 10 over here on the generic, you know? So it's kind of like this weird sort of what I think the game actually is as a piece of work, as opposed to what the individual parts of the game are. Because broken up, the parts can kind of look deceiving. Anyway, let's get into it. Trials of Mana for the PS4. We did the PS4 version, which we have trophies because of that, so that's pretty cool. Let's boop, make that green because we finished that, and we might plat it. I don't know. I'm thinking yeah. I just have to take a look at the trophy list. We'll do that afterwards. Okay, visuals. Now I want to just say first off, this game was made with something in mind. This game was made with a very vibrant and beautiful and very like cartoon inspired world. It's gonna draw a lot of hold on, just realized where's my controller? I wanted to go into my menu. It's gonna draw a lot from like a more fantasy, like lighthearted feel of a world, you know, not a lot of like darkness and depth or like realism, you know, that kind of thing. It's gonna be very like Disney princess castles and towns and, you know, standard typical RPG kind of stuff from the day, you know, like it's gonna be, you know, everybody's happy and you know, the world is, you know, a big Disney cartoon basically, and that's fine. That's the aesthetic that they're trying to convey. That's what they want to do, right? And to that end, they did it very, very well. Now, does that mean the visuals are like godly just because they did what they wanted? Not really, because there's more to it than just like meeting your aesthetic intent. There's texturing, there's ground clutter and detail, and they do actually do a pretty good job of giving a lot of really good textures to the environment. There's a lot of unique textures in different environments. Every little place has like a lot of stuff going on. Kingdom Hearts is Final Fantasy, and there's a lot of darkness in it. Final Fantasy is not lighthearted princesses, you know, Disney stuff. Like, Final Fantasy is actually pretty real most of the time. I mean, the SNES ones are a little less because the era, it would have been censored out. But once you get to 7 and on, there's a lot of pretty heavy themes. Really heavy themes, in fact. But Kingdom Hearts had to be super happy, lighthearted because Disney, you know? So that's kind of why that was. Did I rate Kingdom Hearts 2? Oh yeah, it's right here. Not very high. All right, so there's a lot of really cool texture detail. There's a lot of like knickknacks and doodads all up in every little house and everything. But at the same time, there's a lot of dungeons that are just empty. Like that one Shadow Tower thing. Every room was just a square box connected to another square box with admittedly, the cool mirror ground was really well textured. It was awesome looking, and like the textures on the here, hold on. There you go. It's called viewer choice because we have a games list of all the games that you can vote on for viewer choice, which are these games right here that are not in red. The red ones are ones we finished. But that's why it's called VC for viewer choice. And then the viewer choice reviews are in this tab down here on the bottom, and then my rating system and then my personal choice reviews are in the same document. That's why. So, like, while it does accomplish a lot of what it's set out to do, and it does have a lot of really good texturing, a lot of good detail, the ground clutter could be a little bit better, like grass and tree, not bushes and flowers and stuff like that. That could be a little bit better, but it was still pretty okay. The biggest thing was really just like animations, like character voice, face animations were just flapping mouths. That wasn't really that great. It was the character models themselves were kind of, they could have been a little bit better. They felt like they were kind of like low poly. And like the world was like higher poly than the characters, you know, which was kind of weird. There wasn't any hair flowing effects at all, which like there really should have been. Like everything just felt like they had just caked on hair gel and like, I don't know, glue, you know? And there should at least be like, even the tufts of hair should have been having some kind of breezy effect or something like that, you know? You're saddened by the under the DQ2. Dude, DQ2 is a piece of shit game. That game's fucking garbage, man. Like, it started out okay, but then at the end of the game, it just, like, gave me the big middle finger, and I want to burn that game. It's a piece of garbage. I'm sorry. It started out okay, but even by NES standards, that was not a good, well-designed game. I'm sorry. DQ1 is better in just about every way. Almost every way. Anyway, that being said, let's get back to it. But yes, I understand that you understand it. Yeah, it sucks, but that's just the way it is. We're getting through DQ3, so I mean that'll have better scores. But anyway, I think they did a really good job with the visuals overall. It's really vibrant. They have a really good use of color. There's a lot of trees, a lot of stuff. Everything, everywhere you go, for the most part, is really good. And I'm actually going to give the visuals, I want to say, especially considering the art direction, I want to say, and I also want to point out one other big thing that's going to draw this from one score to another score, and that is they needed to like directly translate a 2D world into 3D, and they did that almost like flawlessly. Like every part of that game feels like the part of the SNES game, and I'm going to give the visuals an 8. Audio. So it really kind of depends on how you want to go with this one. Like faithfully faithfully remastering the tracks from the previous game is great, but it also shows a lack of like creativeness, right? I mean, it may not be that they lack the creative ability to create new tracks, but they certainly didn't even try. So like you can't really judge it for yourself. And while the remastered tracks are really, really good and they're very faithful to the original, it still would be kind of nice to have some new tracks in there, or like to kind of mix it up with some remixes or something like that, you know? Something to give it a little bit more pizzazz than just directly translating every detail of the game one for one, you know? I liked the tracks, and honestly, the remastered tracks feel a lot better than the original SD3 OST. Like, I rated the OST for SD3 like a 6 or something, because I didn't really vibe with it very much. The OST is okay, but it didn't really have like a lot. It was a little too ambitious, I think, and you can clearly kind of see that with the remastered tracks of this game and how much better they are. Like, you really vibe with the tracks in this game. You can't help but tap your foot and bob your head and whistle, like every track almost, you know? It's really, really, really good. However, wind chamber music, they could have put a track in there. They could have made a new track to put in there. You know, that's another example of like why 1-for-1 is just never always a good thing, you know? Like, just having a direct remaster faithful to the original in every detail, minus like visuals or whatever. It just, even Resident Evil on the GameCube, that was a remake, and holy shit, they changed a lot of stuff in that game, and it was really a lot better for that. They even had new enemies, new like puzzle designs and everything, you know? There was a lot of different stuff in there because they realized, hey, we could do this better. And that's what they should have done. They should have done, hey, we can do this better. We should, you know? Seems no one can make their mind on what they want for a remake. I have my mind set up perfectly. Listen, look, Final Fantasy VII Remake, fantastic, and they changed all sorts of stuff. Trials of Mana Remake, fantastic, and they didn't change anything. But it doesn't mean that, like, it doesn't mean that it's good or bad or anything, but it does show, like, a lack of care when you leave bad parts of it untouched. And we'll get to that. I never said anything about Resident Evil 3 being not faithful enough. I also loved Resident Evil 3 Remake. I also, like, where are you getting, I mean, you're not getting this stuff from me, because I've played a whole bunch of remakes recently. RE2, RE3, Final Fantasy 7, and Trials of Mana. Loved them all. And they all have a different scope of what they're bringing in and what they're bringing in new and what they're taking out old, you know? But when you leave a flawed part of a game in a remake, and you by definition with a remake, you have now been granted creative freedom, and you change all these other aspects for the better, like the gameplay and the visuals, but then like you leave parts of the game that don't even have an audio track, and it's like this really long dungeon. That's a flaw. That's a mistake, you know? Like, it still would feel very much like the original SD3 in 3D if they just put a music track in there that lets you vibe a little bit while you're doing the dungeon, because it's a long dungeon, you know? So, I wish they had done a little bit more with the OST, but it was still great, and I still really enjoyed it, and the remasters of the tracks were very good, but there were still different parts of it that, like, felt that they could do a little bit more, and maybe, you know, mix it up in a couple parts, or even, like, because you always have the option to go back to the original track, right? You know, you could always go back to the original music, so having a little bit of flavor here and there, and then getting a couple new tracks in for places that didn't have tracks would have been better, but still, really good tracks, really good remasters. Sound design was pretty much on point with sound effects. However, they didn't have, like some of the sound effects would be really loud for spells and stuff, especially later on in the game with the bigger spells, and then, like, you would be really far away from it and it would still be just as loud, and then I felt like they could have done some like a fading based on distance, you know. Also, I don't believe there was stereo audio. I don't really recall ever like hearing in my right ear, hey, this big spell effect is going off over here, and that would make me want to look over there, you know. I'm not sure. I actually can't I can't think off the top of my head if they actually did or not. I probably could test it really quick, but anyway, point is, audio was still great, and I'm going to give it a 7. I would prefer if they just write their own new music, but again, you don't have the composer, so I mean, it's kind of hard, right? They'd have to bring the composer of the Mana games to come in and go, okay, I'll write a new track for this, you know? But they could have just put in any track, to be honest. They could have just put in any track there, it would have been fine. But remember, they're not writing music here. That's another really important factor here, is they're not writing any music. The music is already written out. All they have to do is perform it with modern equipment and instruments. So there really isn't even any writing of music, and that's what really brings down the score. It's not that the music is bad, or that it's not done well, or that it lacks in any way. It does, a little bit, but the biggest thing here is there's no creativity going on. It's just a remaster of known tracks that have already been written out, and I think that's the most important thing to denote. Why it's not so good. And that, like, again, that's not a like an ability thing or a quality thing. It's about the lack of accomplishment. You understand? If I just remastered a track, it's like, hey, great, but I didn't write it. I didn't write that music. Gameplay. This is where it really shines, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I will say I played all the way on hard mode, and it felt kind of easy. Maybe not all the way through, but I feel like the game was really made for a much younger audience, and that's why everything was kind of like stepped down a ladder in terms of difficulty. It really felt like the hard mode should have been the normal mode, and maybe toned down just the tiniest bit for damage or whatever. But I never felt really all that pressured. I got game overs a couple times, but I mean, what, like 3 all the way through the game? And a lot of them were not even my fault, right? Because I would do a special ability, and then the boss would cast on me, and I couldn't move. I was stuck in an animation, and then dead. You know, and the AI, they're just jumping in the freaking fireballs every time, so I couldn't do anything about that. Ghost Boss was like the only real legitimate death, I think. I mean, forgive me if I don't care about that. Like, viewer like mods and like or not viewer mods, but like player like fan mods. Fan mods are most of the time, most people like that are not professional developers do not know how to balance a game. They just inflate numbers and put really arbitrary weaknesses on bosses and call it a hard mode, when really all it is just numbers that have been inflated to hell. Granted, I would say that the number inflation in this game would actually do it well, because every attack is telegraphed for the most part. So you can dodge any attack in this game almost. So if like any dodgeable attack was a one-shot, it would be a hard mode, but there's a lot of stuff that goes on, a lot of chaos that goes on that prevents you from really being able to reliably dodge. And so just raw numbers inflations really wouldn't do it. It needs to have like ability improvement. Like there was this one plant boss that threw seeds across the field, but he layered them in orders. So you had to like go at one, like you had to stand in the AoE at one point before it detonated to wait for another set of seeds to detonate, and then move into the now safe spot to wait for the other ones to detonate, which would have been great because it's a kind of a tricky little layering mechanic, which I really like those kinds of mechanics. But there was just like 18 million safe spots on the fringe of the map, so it was like it was an irrelevant mechanic. It was completely irrelevant. You didn't have to dodge it. Yes, we pointed that out, Medinho, yeah. But I really love the point system. It really gives you free reign to build your characters however you want. Like if you want to build an int warrior for whatever reason, you can, you know? Class change system is still just as stupid as it was in the previous game though, with the random freaking items that you get with the seeds and stuff. It should have just been blanket class change item, and they probably should have let you be able to change class wherever you wanted to so that you could freely enjoy and test out every class to see what worked for you. And I would like to go a little bit deeper with the class change system to see if I can back out of previous classes, keep the abilities that I've learned from the other ones, and then like see what else there is. But I'm pretty sure it's just gonna like refund your points probably. Yeah, I have a lot of MMO experience. I did like top 100 world MMO World of Warcraft rating, like top 100 in the world kind of guild stuff. So I'm very, very, very familiar with telegraph attacks and you know, moving out of AoEs and stuff. That might be why the game felt a little easy to me. And I do like Dark Souls as well. So like dodge out of stuff, attack, dodge, you know, whatever. But I mean, I don't think it was that hard. Like, hard should challenge a player that's experienced, not challenge a player that's new. You know, and that's what it felt like it was. It was like a challenge to a new player. But anyway, all the telegraphing attacks was a great change from the standard hack and slash of the previous version. Like, the SD3 on SNES was basically hit the enemy a bunch until it dies and then hope you don't get hit. You know, there wasn't really a lot of depth to the gameplay. There was, if you were a speedrunner and you knew about changing characters, alternating characters with select to juggle enemies, but again, that's kind of advanced, and nobody playing the game blind is really going to learn that kind of thing. Anyway, I really enjoyed the gameplay. I had a lot of fun playing it, and I think it's a really, really good system, albeit slightly flawed with some attacks being too RNG and not enough depth. It really kind of ended up being just dodge the thing and then hit, and dodge the thing and then hit. I'm spending a lot of time with like a experienced MMO player, going back on like different MMOs and raid mechanics could really help spice that up a bit. 8 on gameplay. AI was bad, yeah. You don't get the XP bonus for not getting hit. The fight was a fail. I disagree with that. I don't know why you would keep doing a boss until nobody got hit ever. That seems silly. It's like what, 10% extra for not getting hit? Who cares? Like, it's not like you need that XP. Story. Yeah, don't hold your breath for the story. Man, what can I say? They did nothing to improve it. They did absolutely zero to improve this story from an old SNES game. Like if you go back, like seriously, go back and play old SNES games and read it and like act out the voice acting with friends or by yourself and realize how like limited the dialogue is, especially something like Secret of Mana or SD3 or like even Chrono Trigger. Final Fantasy IV has pretty limited dialogue too. A lot of games in that era had very, very, very limited dialogue. And I'm not just saying like limited as in like no grandeur. I'm talking about just not enough words to explain what's going on. You know, it's like, we need to save the princess. Let's go. And then that's it. Like, and I'm going to use this example again because it's a really good example from this game. You need to find the Midge Mallet, and I'm not quite sure when they told me I even needed to find the Midge Mallet. And they don't really give you any direction as to where it is or why you need to find it. But like, you go into the night market because that's where the game tells you to go in this one. But in SD3, you don't know where the hell you're going. And you talk to this lady, and this is what she says. You just start the conversation, and it goes from here to the end. And she says, and this is, I'm like paraphrasing, but she goes like, I've always wanted to run my own store. Anyway, I'm really tired and I'm gonna go to sleep. And then you get the midge mallet. Like, none of those pieces work together or have any relevance to, like, the start to the finish whatsoever. Like, what? Like, what? What? You have no idea why you're talking to her. And then she starts off with, I've always wanted to run my own shop. And then her next line is, anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. So she's just leaving her stall, even though she's always wanted to run a stall. And then you just get the midge mallet. She doesn't say, here's the midge mallet. Nothing. Like, there's no purchasing, there's no menu, like, where you buy it and she goes, oh, thanks, I'm gonna go to sleep. No, just, that's it. There's no improvement on things like that. And there's a lot of stuff like that in this game. And there's so much more that could have been done with a rewrite, because it's a fucking remake. They remade the entire game. Everything over here remade. Visuals, remade audio, remade gameplay, remade fucking everything. They couldn't rewrite the story to be a little bit more cohesive and comprehensive? Really? And that's exactly what I talk about when I talk about games like the difference between Final Fantasy VI and Final Fantasy VII story. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Stuff like that where it's like quick to the point, no real fill in or depth or like exchanges that are like realistic exchanges whatsoever. It's just boom to the point. And Final Fantasy VII on the PlayStation was the first game to fill in those gaps and like really tell a story with characters that have like dialogue, you know, and not just words that are being regurgitated to get you from point A to point B. You wonder if they were allowed to change the script. Good point, but it doesn't matter. Because if Square Enix said don't change the script, well, big middle finger to them, because now we got a worse story because of it, you know? Unless there was like some kind of weird ownership of the script or something. I don't think that's the case. That seems really awkward. I don't think so. I doubt it. Like, especially with somebody overseeing from Square Enix saying, okay, this is the general consensus, just fill in the gaps and I'll read it and give the go ahead, you know? No. That's a 2. Remember, 5 is average, guys. 5 is like your average story. That's average. So a 2 isn't even all that horrible. 2 is like very low grade, which it is. But yeah, 5 is average. So these 8s over here are exceptional. And also, I want to point out, by the way, these 10s up here, you know how rare it is for me to give a 10? Let's see, Yakuza Kiwami 2 got a 10 on story, because it's freaking good. And all the way up through here, all the way up through these 55 different games, the only 10 in all of it is a Nier Automata story. That's it. 10s are very, very rare for me, so just keep that in mind. Oh, I'm sorry. RPG Maker got a Horse Wiener out of 10. Best story. That's a meme. Yeah. Horse Wiener out of 10. But yeah, like 10s are very rare, like very, very rare. So 8 is exceptional. 8 is very, very good. 2 is just very bad. You know, 2 is not as bad as you might think it is, because remember, 5 is average. So 2 has no value, extremely poor, more effective as a torture device. But yeah, no value, extremely poor. That's fair, right? You feel like 3? Okay. Yeah. No. Animorph story is like a 1 or a 0. Craftsmanship. Shawet torture device. Story checks out. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so craftsmanship. Craftsmanship is like the game checks, you know? Like the game goes from point A to point B. It's solid, it's cohesive, it's got a really nice world. They rebuilt everything very, very well to like translate from 2D to 3D to be almost the exact same world, and I really like that. And they did add a couple little areas, like instead of going in the mole holes and like popping out randomly, you actually go into like a little cave and stuff. It's really neat. But that's really about as far as they go. However, SD3 did not have post-game, and we saw, at the very least, there is a post-game dungeon. You know? So we'll be checking that out. We'll be seeing. We'll at least be checking it out to see what it has. All right. So we'll go into there. We're gonna find out what that is about. The only thing that makes this score really stand out is how well they brought 2D to 3D, and I think that deserves some recognition, because I've always said that remaking 2D games in a 3D world is always really bad, and it's very hard to do, and the thing that really makes this possible is the fact that it's an action game. So you can build a bigger world, you can build a more like elaborate area and still not really lose a lot of value from the original, because action game, you're moving around a lot, you're jumping around, you're going everywhere. Like that part of it really allows us to be a possibility. So things like Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VI, people say that they want remakes of those all the time, and I'm telling you, you really don't. You think you do, but you don't, because they would have to change everything. It would be a different game, much like the FF7 remake. And if they gave it the proper attention and detail and craftsmanship, yes, it could be very good. But generally speaking, remakes are kind of like, you know, more like this is. It's pretty to the point and pretty faithful to the original. It takes a really good team to change drastically what the original has and make it still feel like the original. That's very, very hard to do, and you need that AAA team, the ones that know all about the polish and everything, to do that. Side games or third-party developers that's being outsourced to, they're not going to be able to faithfully remake Chrono Trigger FF6 and bring it into a 3D world and make it feel like that game. It's just not going to happen. Action game, on the other hand, totally doable, because remember like in SD3, like the original, there's like 3 screens from one place to another. 3 screens, you know? That's very small. Like what's the resolution of a Super Nintendo game? Like 240 pixels? It's like 700 pixels. It's not even the length of a chat window, guys. You know? It's very small. You would have a blade of grass, and that would have more pixels than the entirety of Seiken Densetsu 3, you know? So it's very important to understand that you have much bigger worlds in order to make it feel like the same in a 1080 environment, you know? You could play SNES games in chat and still have space for the timestamp. Yep. You still wishing we lived in a world where games could just be just visually. Want the games remade because I love them, so it changes the gameplay at all. I could do without. Well, here's the thing, LoJack, and this is, I think, really important for everybody to understand when it comes to games beginning remakes, okay? If you want the original game just the way it was, you can play it. It's there. It's right there for you anytime you want to play it. When people do a remake, they don't want to make the same game and just give it twice as many pixels. Anybody could do that. Anybody could do that. That's not a remake. They want to create a new experience for people while also trying to be faithful to the original. And just recreating the same game with better visuals is just who cares? Just play the original, man. You know, if developers are gonna spend a lot of time working on a game to remake it, they should be able to have creative freedom. Now, what you really want is a remaster. If all you want is visual and audio improvements, that's a remaster. And I'll tell you right now, you guys need to ease up on your judgments of remasters, okay? Because there are certain things that remasters just can't do. And what a remaster is, by definition, is taking the actual assets of the old item and improving them through like filters and stuff like that. Once you start replacing them with redrawing images or remaking models, it starts to get into remake territory. So remaster is like taking a VHS tape and running it through digital filters and stuff and like putting it on a digital format. It's the same product. You took it from the original and tried to touch it up. It's like restoring an artifact. You know, you don't just make a new dinosaur bone. You take a dinosaur bone and you clean it and you polish it and you do these things to it to make it look nicer. That's what a remaster is. And it's very important you understand the limitations of a remaster. And trying to improve something that's low resolution, it doesn't like just suddenly become high res because you put it on a 1080 screen, you know? You're surprised I'm using a base 5 review system because that's the one that makes sense because it's data collection, not IGN where you give somebody a handy in the back room and they'll give you a 7 on review no matter what, right? So, that being said, craftsmanship of this game, while they did do a lot of great stuff with porting that 2D into a 3D world, that's about really all they did with the craftsmanship. Everything other than that, everything works. You know, it goes from point A to point B. The game checks. So I'm actually gonna give it a 7 though, because I think that really good job of putting a 2D game into a 3D world. They did a really good job with it, and I think that deserves notice. Well, we have a Discord. Feel free to join the Discord. Lots of channels for all sorts of things. Now, here comes my enjoyment score. I really like this game. It's fun. I had a great time with it. I would really like to see more, and I'm really actually anxious to like see what the post game has to offer, because honestly, I feel like this is where the really good challenge is going to come in, and where they saved all of the really good mechanics for. And I do know that SD3 has multiple endings and multiple last bosses, and we will get to that if we go for Plat, which I'm pretty sure we will. But I would like to see more of my current playthrough and see what I can do with it. But however, we won't be able to do that for a while, and I'll explain why in a bit. But I really enjoyed it. I just had fun. Yeah, it's simple and the story was hokey, but we had fun making fun of it, and the combat was just really engaging. They had a really good targeting system, which I wish they would at the very least patch it to where if you're targeting something and it dies, it goes to the next target. It doesn't even matter, just any target. Any target. Because if you got a group of enemies, you don't really care which one you're focusing on. You need to blast them down. You know, bosses, fine, you cannot use the targeting system. I don't know what that means, Dawn. And I'm just gonna stop you right there and say I don't want to know what that means. I don't want to know. I like to play games very blind, very, very blind. I don't like to know anything about the game that I don't know about, and just kind of go from there. And if I need help, I'll ask. That's one of the reasons why I do this review the way I do, because it's a pure blind experience, and that means like, what kind of experience is everybody else going to get? You know, are they going to struggle with some things? Are they going to not be able to figure stuff out because the game is obtuse and mechanics are hard to understand, you know? If someone just explains it to me, then there's no struggle. There's no, like, notice of a bad design. You don't understand the game's bad design because you just got told how to beat it, you know? But anyway, I really enjoyed it. I had a great time, and I'm looking forward to more. I really want to check out other stories and see how other characters play. However, I imagine there's some homogenation with some of the characters' like combo systems. I did notice that even like Angelica had like hack thrust, like the dash thrust, just like Reese did, which I felt was kind of, like I said, generic homogenation. Everybody's the same, everybody's special, everybody gets the same toolkit. But there was definitely a lot of like possibility of different builds based on what characters you had picked. So I'm really excited for that. So I'm gonna give it a 8. I had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. So, at a total points, I'm gonna use a calculator. No, I don't have to because I got 15 and 15. You know what's that game where you do add additions of 15? Cribbage. Cribbage has helped me significantly with 8s and 7s because you count in multiples, you count 15s. So anything that you compare with a 15, you go like 15-2, 15-4, and a pair is 6. Kind of thing. That's your score, and then you take your pegs and your moves. And I love cribbage. It's one of my favorites. And I played a lot of cribbage with my dad, so 8s and 7s, when they're paired like this, I'm always very happy, because I'm like, good, 15 here, and a 15 there, that's 30, and then 2 and 8 is 10, so that's 40. So easy score, 40 out of 60. Boom. Damn it, why does it not? I need to bold those. Oh god, what did I just do? There. So, like I said, this average score doesn't really... This is not a 6 out of 10 game, you know what I mean? It's not a 6 out of 10 game. That's why we have that generic score, which I thought I had it on here. I guess I don't. That generic score. Like, someone asked me to do this, and I'm just doing it for their sake, and that's fine. You know, whatever. But you can see there's a lot of great scores, and the story is really bringing it down because... There you go, off screen. Oh, drag over, you shit. There. Now it's off screen, you can't see it. But yeah, if you're on YouTube and you're watching this, let me know how you feel about my score. Make a comment below. Tell me how you felt about Trials of Mana. And we'll see you next time.